How to control your dog's barking. The dreaded barking problem. If you've taken a stroll down a residential street at any time recently, you're likely to run into this very issue. A seemingly endless number of dogs that just won't stop barking. If your own dog fits the bill, it can be incredibly frustrating trying to figure out how to make it stop. But barking doesn't have to be just another thing every dog does. Sure, barking is a natural activity that any healthy dog will do, and it's never going to cease completely. But it can get out of hand, and there are some very specific things you can do to cut it down. The root of barking. If you really want to control your dog's barking, you better know why your dog is barking in the first place. Different types and sources of barking require different solutions. Number 1, boredom. This is the most common source of barking and can be solved with some extra exercise or attention. 2, anxiety. You may need to teach your dog to handle your departure more calmly. This is a long process, but well worth it for the quiet and the health of your dog. 3, warning. A dog should always bark at strangers or threats, but only to a certain point. 4, attention seeking. A dog in want of attention will bark at times. Never respond to this behavior or you will only reinforce it. 5, startled. A dog that gets scared or startled may bark in confusion. 6, playfulness. Playful dogs will bark at times to show their excitement. This is completely normal. 7, communicating. Dogs use barking to communicate with each other, saying, "I'm here." This is normal, but should not be allowed to persist too long. Obviously, some of these issues should not be changed. You don't want your dog thinking it's not okay to bark if they sense an intruder at the door. But at the same time, you don't want them barking for an hour when the neighbor comes home each day. Getting rid of a behavior like excessive barking starts every time with basic control of your dog. You need to give your dog a strong alpha leader they can follow and give them no reason to test your leadership. The best way to do this is to be consistent with your commands and to train them. If you train your dog to come, lie down, and stay, they will be very focused on completing those tasks and often will stop barking completely. Additionally, you're going to want to give your dog as much exercise as possible. In fact, most dogs that are bored or under exercise will just bark to bark. It may not even make sense, and because we don't make the connection ourselves, it can be hard to reverse the trend. In terms of what not to do, avoid using the no word. Yelling at your dog will usually make it worse. The dog either doesn't understand and barks in frustration, or will thinking you're barking along with it and get even louder. Additionally, avoid punishment or rewarding of bad behavior. You should instead only reward good behavior. If you give your dog a stop phrase and they use it when you tell them to stop barking, reward them with a treat. Finally, never give your dog loving attention when they bark. They will start to believe that they were right in barking at whatever they barked at, only furthering their anxiety or nervousness that bred the behavior. If you do it right, it can be easy to overturn a strongly instilled desire to bark in your dog. Just be consistent and take control of your home, and your dog will quickly follow suit. I highly recommend that you click on the link below and check out a website which contains the best guide to stopping your dog from barking, chewing, digging, aggression, and helps you deal with all sorts of behavioral problems.